Imagine an aircraft so powerful that a single mission could alter the course of a war. Imagine bombers capable of carrying nuclear weapons across continents, flying faster than sound, disappearing from radar, or delivering enough firepower to destroy entire military complexes in a single strike. For more than a century, bombers have represented the ultimate expression of military air power. They have flattened cities, enforced deterrence between superpowers, and pushed the boundaries of aviation technology. From the piston-powered giants of World War II to the stealth aircraft designed to evade the most advanced air defenses on Earth, these machines were built for one purpose: to project devastating force farther than any fighter ever could. Today we're counting down the 15 most powerful bombers in history, ranking them by a combination of payload, survivability, technological innovation, and strategic impact. And by the end of this video, you'll see why one bomber that never even fully entered service may have been the most extraordinary warplane ever conceived. For this ranking, we're not looking at just bomb load or speed. We're ranking these aircraft based on a combination of payload, range, survivability, technological innovation, strategic impact, and overall influence on military aviation. Number 15, the Handley Page Victor. The story begins in Britain. The Handley Page Victor was one of the famous V-bombers developed during the Cold War to carry Britain's nuclear deterrent. At first glance, the Victor looked unlike any bomber before it. Its crescent-shaped wings gave it a futuristic appearance and excellent high-altitude performance. Designed during an era where speed and altitude were considered the best defenses against enemy fighters, it could fly higher and faster than many aircraft of its generation. Though eventually replaced in the strategic bombing role, the aircraft found new life as an aerial tanker and remained in service for decades. The Victor demonstrated how rapidly bomber technology was evolving after World War II. Number 14, the Tupolev Tu-16. The Soviet Union answered American bomber development with the Tu-16. Introduced in the 1950s, this twin-engine jet bomber became one of the most successful military aircraft ever produced. The Tu-16 was adaptable, reliable, and capable of carrying nuclear or conventional weapons. Its longevity was remarkable. Many aircraft disappear after a few decades. The Tu-16 remained relevant through numerous upgrades and inspired several derivative designs that continue serving in various forms today. Its influence stretched far beyond the Soviet Union, making it one of history's most impactful bombers. Number 13, the Avro Lancaster. World War II produced many legendary bombers, but few matched the reputation of the Lancaster. The Lancaster became Britain's premier heavy bomber and carried some of the largest conventional bombs ever used during the war. Most famously, it delivered the Tall Boy and Grand Slam bombs. These enormous weapons could penetrate deep underground before detonating, creating localized earthquakes that devastated hardened targets. The Lancaster wasn't merely powerful because of its payload. It helped define strategic bombing during World War II and played a major role in countless operations that shaped the conflict. At number 12, the Convair B-58 Hustler. The B-58 Hustler was revolutionary. When it entered service in 1960, it became the world's first operational supersonic bomber. Flying faster than twice the speed of sound, the B-58 represented the cutting edge of aerospace engineering. Its sleek design looked more like a spacecraft than a traditional bomber. However, achieving such performance came at a cost. The aircraft was complex, expensive, and difficult to maintain. Still, for a brief period, the Hustler demonstrated that strategic bombers could combine immense destructive capability with fighter-like speed. Number 11, the B-1B Lancer. The B-1B Lancer was born from a simple idea. What if a bomber could carry huge payloads while flying low enough to avoid enemy radar? With variable sweep wings and a top speed exceeding Mach 1, the B-1B became one of the most versatile bombers ever built. Although originally intended for nuclear missions, it later became a conventional strike platform. In conflicts ranging from Kosovo to Afghanistan and Iraq, the B-1 proved capable of delivering massive amounts of precision-guided munitions. Few bombers combine speed, payload, and flexibility as effectively as the Lancer. Number 10. The Boeing B-29 Superfortress. Some bombers became famous, others changed history forever. The B-29 belongs in the second category. It introduced pressurized crew compartments, advanced fire control systems, and unprecedented operational range. But what centered its place in history was its role in ending World War II. The B-29 delivered the atomic bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. No bomber has had a greater impact on world history. Its missions fundamentally altered warfare and ushered humanity into the nuclear age. Number 9. The Tupolev Tu-95. The Tu-95 is one of the most recognizable aircraft ever built. Its massive contra-rotating propellers create a distinctive sound heard from miles away. Introduced during the Cold War, the Bear remains operational today. That longevity alone is extraordinary. What makes the Tu-95 powerful isn't just its age. Modernized versions carry advanced cruise missiles capable of striking targets thousands of kilometers away. More than 70 years after its first flight, the Tu-95 continues serving as a key component of Russia's strategic forces. Very few military aircraft can claim such relevance across generations. Number 8. The Vulcan B-2. If any bomber looked like it came from the future, it was the Vulcan. Its enormous delta wing made it instantly recognizable. The Vulcan formed a crucial part of Britain's nuclear deterrent during the Cold War. But its most famous mission came decades later. During the Falkland War, Vulcan flew some of the longest bombing missions ever attempted at that time. The operation demonstrated remarkable planning, endurance, and logistical complexity. The Vulcan remains one of the most iconic bombers ever built. Number 7. The Tupolev Tu-22M Backfire. The Tu-22M Backfire occupies a unique place in aviation history. Part bomber, part missile carrier, and part maritime strike aircraft, it was designed to threaten naval forces and strategic targets alike. Its speed, range, and heavy weapons load made it a serious challenge for NATO planners throughout the Cold War. Armed with long-range missiles, the Backfire became one of the most dangerous anti-ship strike platforms ever fielded. Even today, upgraded variants remain formidable weapons. The Tupolev Tu-160 Blackjack. Everything about the Tu-160 is enormous. It is the largest combat aircraft currently in operation. It is also the fastest operational bomber in the world. With its variable sweep wings and powerful engines, the Blackjack can reach speeds exceeding Mach 2. Its immense size allows it to carry huge numbers of cruise missiles over intercontinental distances. The Tu-160 represents the Soviet Union's ultimate strategic bomber and remains one of the most powerful aircraft ever placed into service. Number 5. The Boeing B-52 Stratofortress. The B-52 should have become obsolete decades ago. Instead, it refuses to die. First entering service in 1950s, the Stratofortress continues flying missions in the 21st century. Its secret is adaptability. The B-52 can carry an enormous variety of weapons, from gravity bombs to advanced cruise missiles and precision-guided munitions. Despite its age, modernization programs continue extending its service life. By the time it finally retires, some airframes may have served for nearly a century. That level of endurance is unmatched in military aviation. At number 4, the B-21 Raider. The newest bomber on this list may also be one of the most important. The B-21 Raider represents the future of strategic air power. Designed for an era dominated by advanced radar systems, long-range missiles, and integrated air defenses, the Raider focuses on survivability above all else. While many details remain classified, experts believe it will be among the stealthiest aircraft ever created. Its mission is straightforward but incredibly difficult: penetrate the world's most heavily defended airspace and strike targets no other aircraft can reach. Number 3. The B-2 Spirit. For decades, the B-2 Spirit has been the gold standard of stealth bombers. At first glance, it barely looks like an airplane. Its flying wing design minimizes radar reflections, allowing it to slip through air defense networks that would destroy conventional bombers. The B-2 can travel across continents, strike strategic targets, and return home without relying heavily on forward bases. Its combination of stealth, precision, and nuclear capability makes it one of the most powerful military aircraft ever built. Even today, very few nations possess anything remotely comparable. At number 2, the Convair B-36 Peacemaker. The B-36 was a monster. With a wingspan larger than a modern Boeing 747 and 6 massive piston engines supplemented by 4 jet engines, it remains one of the largest military aircraft ever built. The Peacemaker was America's first true intercontinental nuclear bomber. At a time when overseas bases could not always be guaranteed, the B-36 provided the ability to strike targets across the globe directly from North America. Its sheer size, range, and payload made it a symbol of early Cold War strategic power. No bomber before it had possessed such reach. At number 1, the XB-70 Valkyrie. And now the most powerful bomber concept ever created, the XB-70 Valkyrie. If the B-2 represents stealth and B-52 represents longevity, the XB-70 represents pure ambition. Designed during the height of the Cold War, the Valkyrie was intended to fly at Mach 3 times the speed of sound while cruising above 70,000 feet. At those speeds and altitudes, interception would have been extremely difficult. The aircraft looked like something from science fiction. Its sleek white fuselage, enormous size, and futuristic wing configuration made it one of the most visually stunning aircraft ever built. Only 2 prototypes were completed. Advances in missile technology ultimately made the concept less practical than originally envisioned. But had it entered full operational service, the Valkyrie might have become the most capable strategic bomber of its era. Even today, no operational bomber combines its speed and altitude performance. The XB-70 remains a symbol of what aviation might have become had the Cold War taken a different path. From the battlefields of World War II to the stealth age of the 21st century, bombers have evolved into some of the most sophisticated machines ever built. They have carried conventional bombs, nuclear weapons, cruise missiles, and technologies that once seemed impossible. Some, like the Lancaster and B-29, changed history. Others, like the B-2 and B-21, continue redefining what strategic air power means. And then there was the XB-70 Valkyrie, a glimpse into an alternate future where bombers raced across the sky at 3 times the speed of sound. What do you think? Which bomber deserves the title of the most powerful in history? Let us know in the comments. And if you've enjoyed this deep dive into the giants of military aviation, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more stories about the incredible machines that shaped our world. Until next time, thanks for watching.